in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down, Milton, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check 50, check 50. Hey! Hold.
They'll run on first down. Whittington, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a... yard shy.
Number 84, a gain of 16 yards, and the Browns first down.
Set, 180! 52 right here. What you talking about?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Set, 180! Yeah, I got you.
Throwing on second and 14. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Set, cut, and read. I don't think you got it, sir.
On 2nd down now. Milton, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, come on. They not ready for this, man.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. Just stop, baby. That's baby shot.
We're scoreless after 1. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Good. 180. Good. Undercut. Slant. Hey, alert. Real.
1st down, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st down, Cleveland.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone's got 4.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
24-yard line.
Let's go. You want the base. Here it comes.
On 2nd down, Whittington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
51. All right. Here we go. Hunt. 64. Wait. Hey, let's get there. Kill. Deuce. Check three.
On 1st down, Milton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Pick it up, Pete.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
We play to win. Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. They gonna need
Working out of the gun, Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go, defense. Out top. It's out top.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
182 right here. Check back.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, and then these 2 teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now on 2nd and 16. Mayfield going for Met. It got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Hey, 180! Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop! Watch out!
They go play action. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Milton, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
I'm going to run you over.
They'll keep it on the ground. Milton. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
You got 3 down.
Now Mayfield. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fleming. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
180. Hey, tight. Tight ends on Ringo.
handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Throw left side complete. It's Fleming. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Browns
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
20. 65.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Browns, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 4.